Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we'll be solving this problem anagram checks. This is an easy level problem. So let's read the problem statement. Given two strings S0 and S1 written whether they are anagrams of each other or not. Okay. So let's see the sample. Listen, silence, output is true. Bedroom, bathrooms, output is false. Okay. So first of all, we have to know what are anagrams, like how the two strings are anagrams, how we can call the two strings anagrams. Okay, so we can check, we have to check the three conditions to know if the two strings are anagrams or not. The first condition is the length of both the strings should be same. Second, the characters which are present should also be same. Like if A is present in the first string, then A should be present in another string. And the third, the characters, the frequency of the characters should also be same. Like if A is present three times in the first string, then A should also be present three times in the next string, should also be. So these are the three conditions in which we can check if the two strings are anagrams or not. Let's understand this with a proper example. So let's take two strings, these two strings. Okay. So we'll see if first character is present in the string or not. So it's there. So we'll mark this out. Then we'll see if A is present or not. So it's present. So we'll mark this also. B is also present. L is also present. E is also present. So if we can see that in this string all the characters are marked out. All the characters are marked out. So these two strings are anagrams because the characters and the frequency is same. Okay, so I will be explaining two ways to how to check if the strings are anagrams or not. So the first method is very simple. We just have to sort both the strings. We have to just sort both the string and check whether both are equal or not. So it's an obvious thing like table, if we sort we will get emerald, and if we will sort this we'll get the same. So these two sorted strings are same, so we can say that these two strings are anagrams. And if they are not, then they are not anagrams. Okay, so this was the first method, was a very simple method. The second method in which we can check is we can take a map of characters with key as characters is to integer values. Like this is the key and this is the value. Why? Let's see. Let's take these two same strings. Let's take these two strings. Why we are taking this map? We are taking this map to store the frequency of the characters of a string. Let's see. Okay, so suppose this is our map. This is our map. Okay, so first we will iterate through the first string. So first the first character is T. So there is no T present in the map, so we will initialize it with 1. Then we'll go for A. So A is not present, so again we'll initialize to 1, and then B 1, L also 1, E also 1, and T is already present in our map, so we will increment it from 1 to 2. So we can see T is present 2 times, A is present 1 time, B and L and E are present 1 times. Now we will iterate through the second string. We will iterate through the second string, and in the first string what we are doing is we were incrementing the values. We were storing the frequency of the characters, And now what we're going to do, we will iterate through this string and we will decrement the values. We will decrement the values. Like if like suppose take the first character A. So A is present, so we will decrement it to 0. Like we will do -1. For similarly L is present, so L is present, so we'll do -1 to 0. It will go to 0. B is present. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I did the wrong. L is present. -1 to 0. B is also present. So we'll do -1. E is also there. So -1 to 0. Now T. For the first T, we will do it -1. So it will go to 1. And for second T, we'll again do -1. So it will go to 0. And now we will go through the map and see if every value which is present in the map is 0 or not. If any value in a map is not 0, if any value in a map is not 0, then we get to know that any character or the frequency of any character differed between the string, and therefore these two strings are not anagrams, so we will return false. And if every value is 0, then we will get to know that these two strings are anagrams. We will return true. Okay, so let's code this solution out. Okay, so for the first method, we'll first store. No, there's no need to store. No. First, we'll sort both the strings, and then we'll check if s equals to t and return true, or else we will return false. So this was a very simple method. Let's run, accepted, let's submit. So as you can see, we got the success, but this was very simple method. Let's try out a map method. Let's comment this out. Okay, so first of all we have to store the length of the string in our variables n and m. We will take a map with characters as key and integers as value, and we'll iterate through a first string, and we will increment the values of every character to 1. We will store the frequency of every character in our map, and for the second string will decrement, and if and we will now iterate through the map, and we will check if any value. The second is meant to be the value, and for if we say first it's the character or key, if second then it's the value. If any value is not equals to 0, then we will eventually return false, because any character differed, or it happened like if the character is present in this string but it's not present in this string, and vice versa. Now we will return true. If every value is 0, then it's like we stored the frequency and we cancel out that frequency of the characters, so we'll return true. So let's run. Okay, it returned. Okay, it accepted. It submit. So it also got the success. So these were the two ways in which we can solve this problem. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.